Hi everyone, not only has the FM22 winter update brought through new wonderkids, new players and updated transfers, it has brought with it the versus game mode. This is going to allow you to easily play against your friends and you can finally answer the question to see which one of you is the better football manager. Today I'm going to show you how to set it up, how to bring your teams from your own saves into versus mode. Even if it's 20 years in the future, you can still bring that team over to play in a match against your friend. So we've got a lot to get into for this new game mode, so let's run the intro and get right into it. Hi everybody, Jake here for FMSCOUT and welcome to a video where I'm going to be showing you the FM22 versus mode, how to play it, what you can do with it, why is it different to a normal game mode, and all that good stuff. Before we get into it though, I'd like to ask you guys, hit the like button if you found this useful, if you did enjoy it, let me know in the comments if you like this game mode, if it's something you see yourself using. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and ring that notification bell. And finally, if you like the look at this save that we're in right now, this is my Wolfsburg save, which you can find linked in the description down below. Any support on that channel, hitting the subscribe button, whatever it might be, will be greatly appreciated. But one of the key things for versus mode, and we'll get into it in a second, is being able to bring over your favourite team, your favourite squad, to test it against either the AI, random online players, or your friends, which I think is the thing that most people will do. So if you've got a squad like me here in 2024 with my Wolfsburg save, I might quite fancy this team against some of my friends' squads. So what I'm going to do to bring this team into versus mode, quite simple, go into your squad list, hover over players, scroll down, you'll see export team for versus competition, click that, save it as whatever you want to save it as, hit save, and that will be exported so we can use it later on in versus mode. Okay, so here we are in the FM22 menu, and there's some things that you're going to need to do as prerequisites to being able to start a versus mode game. So the first thing you're going to have to do is sign up to FMFC. This is Football Manager's mailing list, basically. It's where you can become what they call a member. Not only does this give you access to versus mode, they'll usually email competitions, rewards, incentives, whatever it might be, early news drops, all that kind of stuff. I'd suggest if you like Football Manager, no harm in signing up to it. FMFC, it's here. You can usually click it through a link in the Football Manager menu, and then you'll be good to go with versus mode. But one thing to note that took me too long to find out, far too long, was that if you have a skin on your game, there's a chance that you won't see versus mode when you click start a new game. You might be able to, but in my skin, I couldn't. I had to reset to the original Football Manager 22 skin. And now, when I click start new game, I can select versus mode. Now, when you select versus mode, you'll be greeted with this menu. Basically, this is where you can, one, host a game. So you could host a knockout cup with group stages, a league, or a 1v1, which I think is the one that a lot of people are going to use. There's additional information up there. Don't worry too much about the rules, because if we went into this to do a 1v1 match, you'll see that you can actually adjust that. You can adjust who can join the game and all that kind of stuff. Put a password on the game if you want that, if you don't want people to join in, change the settings, how many legs there is, if VAR is on, all that good stuff. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any friends who are able to join me at this time. I promise I do have friends, but none of them are available here. So that's how you would start a game. And if you want to join a game, there's also the option where you can join a friend's game by searching for it. You can see available lobbies and join that way, or you can just join a random match against a random person, which I tried, but unfortunately it doesn't look like anyone's out there looking for a game right now, so I wasn't able to. But thankfully, you can play against the AI. Now, don't get me wrong, that does take away some of the fun and the good stuff behind being able to do a versus match, but we'll just use it today as a tutorial example. Also, I suppose it could be useful if you wanted to try a new tactic with your team without it affecting your save. You could pit it against the AI to see how it does if you just want to tinker around with stuff that won't affect a save. But yeah, let's say I want to go into a 1v1 match here against someone. I don't want two-legged ties. I want it to go straight to penalties, and that's good enough for me, and we'll keep the AR on. Why not? When I go to create competition, it will do a bit of a thing here where you can choose your team from all the leagues, who you want to face off with. Now, if you've got a team that you've imported, like we had earlier, you wouldn't click Wolfsburg here. That's just Wolfsburg, the normal team. But if you go to imported teams, we will see the ones that we have exported previously. For example, my Wolfsburg side, which we showed earlier. So here's my Wolfsburg side. We've got it. We're happy with it. We hit confirm, and then you get to choose your manager as well if you have a few different that you want to use. Maybe one of them is a high-end manager, one's a lower league, whatever it might be. I've just got the one here, so we'll go ahead and choose him. Now, this is then where you'd be able to invite your friends, I believe, from this area that we're about to see. But for me, I'm just going to have to click play against an offline manager. Here you go. This is the screen you get. You can add a hot seat manager. You can invite friends, and that's the thing that I imagine most of you will do. But unfortunately for me, I've got to use an AI manager. I don't have any friends, so here we are. And who are we going to pick? I don't know. We've got people like Dr. Benji. If we keep going, I know for a fact there's a few funny ones in there that you might not expect. Guy Mowbray is a commentator, I believe. I could be wrong there. We've got the comedian Josh Widdicombe, but I think who I'm going to play is, where is he? Robbie Williams is somewhere down here, the famous singer. So we're going to play against Robbie Williams in a 1v1 match. Obviously, it's not actually him. It's just whatever his manager is set to. So let's click into that. He apparently manages Tunstall Park Rangers. Kind of looks like him as well. So let's confirm that. Then we get taken to a bit of a preview about it. It looks like our team will be slight favourites for the match. You can confirm your lineup, see your squad ability. You create your save file as you can see here. And then once you and your friends are ready to play the match, you'll just go through, pick the squad that you want, the team you want to face off. I don't know, let's make sure Benjamin Sesko's playing. Once you're happy with your team, you can submit it, and then just like playing a normal online match, once you're both ready, it will go into the game, at which point you play against each other. You see who is the best manager. I think this is going to be so fun for people who are trying to settle the debates that they've long had about who are the better managers and all that kind of stuff. But this is pretty much it. You've all seen a match of Football Manager before. These online games work in a way where if someone pauses it, it will pause it for both of you to make substitutions, changes, whatever it might be. Yeah, it's great fun to try out against other people. Nice to see they've implemented this mode. It did exist in a format, I believe, in Touch a year or so ago, but they removed it from the game, so it's nice to see it back, and hopefully this will make it a more accessible way just to play people online, try tactics, try your teams, and see if you are the best football manager out there. We've gone very close after 44 seconds, but that's all you're going to see. Let me know down in the comments what you think of versus mode. Is it something you're going to use? Is it something you'd expect to be in the game anyway? Or are you just going to ignore it completely? Do let me know your thoughts down below. Like the video if you did enjoy, subscribe for more, and feel free to check out my channel, linked in the description. I hope you all have a great day, guys, and I'll see you next time, and keep your fingers crossed that we win this game.